If you're like me and you were born in the early 2000s, you probably watched a lot of YouTube growing up. Like me, you probably also came across some pretty creepy stuff on the site when you were a kid. Or you didn't and this is just a dumb video idea. Either way, I thought I'd take us on a trip down memory lane and look at some of the creepiest content that YouTube had to offer. So take it or leave it. Alright, so I have a few videos to talk about today, and just to keep things more fun and interesting, I'm going to add a scary score to each of the things I talk about. Okay, so the first video I want to talk about today is Roommate Alien Prank Gone Wrong. I remember my older brother showed me this video when I was a kid, and he told me it was real. And I believed him, and it traumatized me. If you don't have an evil older sibling like me, and you never watched this video, let me explain. These two guys are roommates with Chad, who apparently is terrified of aliens. So they decide they're gonna prank him a few times. They burst into his room in the middle of the night, his girlfriend says the R word, yada yada yada. Then they just kinda hit him in the face while he's taking a shower. Doesn't really seem like much of a prank to me, but who am I to say? So anyways, on their third prank, just as they're about to go into his room just as aliens again to scare him, there's a loud bang and they look into the room and wouldn't you know it, there's an actual alien there. So they run away, they get outside, Chad fights and kills the alien, then brings out a gun and shoots it. It's pretty crazy. Crazy that I thought it was real. Rewatching this video as an adult, it's actually still a little bit scary. That might just be the childhood trauma talking from watching it when I was a kid, but the loud bang and the jump scare with the alien actually kind of got me. It was embarrassing. This video was made by a channel called Chad, Matt, and Rob, who actually have a Wikipedia page about them that I read up on, and a few more popular YouTube videos. Having that context, it's actually really cool to see like these small filmmakers just make an awesome video. Like, you see how they're using flashlights to make it look like there's a UFO outside, and just the way they use the alien doll to make it look real. I don't know what they did, but it's really cool, it's really charming. I'm gonna give this video a 6 out of 10 on the scary scale. Alright, moving on to video number 2. Creepy Grudge Ghost Girl and Mirror. Try saying that 10 times fast. Creepy Grudge Ghost Girl, creepy Grudge Ghost, creepy that's so dumb. This is not an exaggeration when I say this. Until like embarrassingly recent, I thought this video was just like evil. Probably until I was like 15. I'd probably actually watched the video once when I was a kid, but literally just the thumbnail is like enough to activate my fight or flight. I almost didn't want to go back and watch it so that I could make this video. And whenever I did go back to watch it, it wasn't that scary, to be honest. Literally, it's a 14-second video. Basically, this little girl, she's looking in the mirror, she's playing with her hair. She turns around to look at the camera, but her reflection doesn't turn around. Scary face, loud noise, zoom in, blah blah blah. Whatever, man. I'm an adult. This video was made by a channel called ncook1234. They have 4 videos uploaded, with 2 of them being other scary videos, and the other 2 just being completely random. One of them is a gun muzzle flash test, and the other is Eddie Van Halen's guitar solo from Michael Jackson's Beat It. Interestingly enough, all these videos are viral to some degree, and let me tell you, for good reason, because he killed that solo. ncook1234 is multi-talented. I would normally give this a 5 out of 10 on the scary scale, but because this image alone was enough to invoke fear in me for like years to come, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, so the last topic I'm going to be talking about is not one video in particular, but rather a genre of videos. Creepypastas. Now, I know that sounds like a Halloween themed dish at Olive Garden, but it's not. And you're silly for thinking that. It's actually a play on the word copypasta, which is like a copy and pasted story, which the term was coined by 4chan, but it's a scary story. It's a scary story. Creepypastas, scary stories on the internet. That's all you need to know. Now, my favorite creepypasta YouTuber used to be Some Ordinary Gamers, but there have been plenty of others that have risen and fallen throughout the years. It's really just your preference. I used to love creepypasta videos. The way that I imagine women feel about romance novels is how I used to feel about creepypastas. They were just my happy place, and they were just like comfortable, you know what I mean? Also, more of them were more fun than they were even scary, even at the time when I was a kid. Some of the most popular creepypastas that you've probably heard of are Smile Dog, Sonic.exe, and of course, Jeff the Unaliver. There were a lot of creepypastas about video games. It was its own little like subset genre of creepypastas, and those were some of my favorites. My favorite of them being Been Drowned. It's this notorious and intricate web series / ARG about a haunted cartridge of Legends of Zelda Majora's Mask. That was a pretty popular thing back in the day, by the way. A lot of haunted video games, haunted cartridges that someone like found at a garage sale or something. Literally, I think that's what it is in the case of Been Drowned. Not very original, these creepypasta writers. So I'm not too keen on the details these days, but I know someone gets this haunted cartridge and they play the game, weird stuff happens, it's really spooky, and they post it on 4chan. What made Been Drowned so special was that there was video evidence of the creepy stuff happening in the game, which was like unheard of at the time. And again, this was another thing that I wholeheartedly believe to be true. I could and probably will make an entire video on Been Drowned. Let me know in the comments if y'all would like to see that. But yeah, it's just one of the most interesting pieces of fiction we've ever had on the internet. Now, a lot of creepypastas aren't really too scary to me these days. I mean, they're just words after all. But if we're talking about like the peak stuff like Been Drowned, I gotta give it like a 7 out of 10 on the creepy score. Alright guys, that's all the videos I have to talk about today. Let me know if y'all liked the video, if y'all would like to see more of this kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got. I don't really have an outro for y'all today. So, bye.